Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show with SmartRobie. Now, it was indeed a very busy weekend for us. As many of you might know, our audience in here, a big shout to those of you who came and visited us at the PJ Startup Festival 2023. And I think you can catch some of those photos and highlight at our booth, or you can just go over to our Facebook as well as the PJ Startup Festival in here. And we have a lot to share actually over the weekend about some of the new development and some of the new things that were coming out, really exciting things for all our audience and also some of our public who has been following us to get starting investing and trading in the market, not only the KLSE market but also the US market. And of course, many of you that have known the US market has done pretty well, breaking up higher, which I did talk about it last Wednesday on live Facebook about the even at the banking crisis that you see now, there are opportunity on the tech sector, right? And right now, I did talk about also the local tech sector, which is actually picking up right now and starting to move higher. And that's where you want to be looking and allocating a little bit on that amidst of the bearish outlook that we've seen in here, because many of us are not well trained to see it. Remember what Warren Buffett said: you want to be greedy when others are fearful. And more on that as we will follow up and give you an update what's happening in our market right now. So this morning in our breakfast show in here with SmartRobie, thank you for really coming, and we really show you. So just on top of my head here, and later on, let me switch on the wider chart, you will see really this market has started to pick up. We'll talk more. But of course, on the PJ Festival, we would like to thank you to the organizers too for coming up with the great event. We were able to participate and lots of good visit. It's been a while since we actually did a booth exhibition, and this is partly due to the COVID. We are very happy to come out. And don't forget, there will be more coming up for 2023. And I did heard one of the organizers of one of the big festive in Malaysia. They'll be doing one in June in Mid Valley. So we hope to be there, and we hope to see you there too. All right. Of course, not to forget some of our latest feature that we want to conclude with the easier for our members and also the public is looking into insider buying. Remember Chin Hin? Right, that one really a fly up. I think this is something I cover on Friday on the VSA 360 in here. That's one with the insider, done pretty well. So today sharing is finally our call has been hit. Remember, I've been saying that we are waiting for a reversal. How many bars you all remember now? How many down bars has we been down? You remember I've been talking about it, right? So now that we are in the uptrend, we will start to count how many up bars we're going to be going up. And this has been one of the more very responsive and sensitive of Pentagon Guider with the blue trend zone when the market's going up, and with the red Pentagon, you will have the yellow trend zone. So this is why we want to be able to count where you, even the public, if you can count, right, then you're likely to know where is the market likely to turn. And all this is through our Trade VSA analytics, which you can download SmartRobie from the internet, and probably after 5 o'clock you can use it for free. But of course, during the office hour, there will be some little minor charges in here. So finally, what we were looking for is the KLCI. Let me just switch to a wider chart. You can see in here the upside turning green Pentagon, right? If you just turn green, let me just see when it actually turned green Pentagon. It actually turned on the I think 29. Is it? Yeah, it turned on the 29 from the mouse tip. You can see the charts are now interactive on the 29th of March, and since then been marching up. Even some of the members and some of you are saying, "Hey, Martin, last Friday we have an upthrust, right? We have an upthrust. Why isn't the market going down?" Now remember, all upthrust, which is a sign of weakness, must also have its place in here. In this case, also I do feel that the market has oversold. Remember, we talked about the 37 down bars, right? Which is almost 2 months, and the last time we had that was almost August 2022. The last really the market been down. And remember, August 2022, that also coincide with the high interest rate rise that we've seen in the US market, where the 75 basis point, another 75 basis point, again, something I've talked about on the live FB, so make sure you catch me in here. And that's why the market continue to fall in here. So of course, this morning you can also check out the ST2 intraday, which is worthwhile, especially if you are an advanced trader or a lot of bit of experience, which is our intraday, because right now the market has turned green pentagon. You can see from this side in here, and it's going to go up. But more significantly, this morning, if you do see this evening at 5 o'clock, the current bar, which is the live chart bar, able to hold above the UT bar, which is the uptrust bar that you see last Friday. This is a UT bar that you see usually when it able to take out the UT bar. As we said before, this is really a very powerful signal where this market can go up. And it doesn't really take a genius. If you've been following and understand the volume spread analysis in here, that's all you need, where we do find that these are more leading indicator compared to the other technical analysis in here. By looking at the price and the volume, you're much ahead of the people. And of course, for our beginner, you want to check out our FA list that provide a little bit of dividend, and some of the two stocks we talked about last Monday. Can you remember those? If not, check out the video in here, because every Monday we'll showcase two FA collection stock, which stand for fundamental analysis, a good Robie stock that paying good dividend too in here. Still then, market still undergoing market volatility in here, and all our Pentagon, all our SmartRobie, all our trade idea is powered by Pentagon Guider, and our company is the inventor of the Pentagon Guider. Now, of course, let's look at the KLSE Pentagon Champion that we have previously dated back to March 30th. Cap Cabaran was 39%, Asia X 31%, Rafco and IWC. Of course, we still have some losers on the left-hand side, but losers generally are small. And that's why we said before, in the down market in here, sometimes we just need to, make the necessary cut loss that we have to. After all, market can go down. Now, let's take a look at the market that we've seen in here. What you see is also see on the left-hand side, the green pentagon are likely to test the 200-day moving average. Now, remember, right, early on, last Friday, I already talked about the US market. Remember, US market Dow Jones has crossed above the 200-day moving average. I think Singapore is about to do that soon. And also Nasdaq is staying above 200-day moving average. And remember, anytime when it stays above the 200 moving average, is reflecting the market is turning bullish. This is right now at the bottom, but of course, many of what we call the unskilled investor and trader will pick it up much later at that point. So when they start buying at that point, the market usually turns. That's where, the early bird catches the early worm, all right? And that's always been very significant, the kind of teaching that we do. The resistance that you see on the 200-day moving average just above me in here is likely to be 1460. You can move up here and you can see this one, right? This is a 40-day moving average, 1143. You can see SMA 40 on the left-hand side, but the 200 moving average is actually at the 1460, round it up to 1460 in here. So the foreign funds right now is still buying. All right, you can see that on the VSA 360, or you can check out some of our website. Our website also have that foreign funds, you can check it out. And the railway track starting to cross up. And once it started to cross up, how many days before we have to start counting, right? And many people are saying that, why is foreign funds coming in to buy, and why you are so sure, Martin, this time this market will turn up? But I think, remember early on, some of those earlier episodes I was talking about, we are looking for a catalyst. It's really important we are looking for some sort of catalyst that the market or the foreign funds will come in, row and buy, right? So this was something that I feel that maybe provide the catalyst that came in very nicely. Malaysia secured a record of 170 billion worth of investment commitment from China. So that's coming in here. And I do think that this might just provide the kind of the catalyst that the market can cross above the 200-day moving average. And why is that? As I said before, US market should have crossed. Nasdaq already crossed. Everybody got, and Malaysia is playing catch up. And remember from last Wednesday, the live FP, even our tech stocks like Inari and Frontcan all are playing catch up, right, to the banking sector, which has fallen a lot. I'm not saying banking sectors are not catching up, but they are catching up because at the end of it, I do believe the banking crisis already been resolved. And that's why we are seeing this market started to pick up in here, right? So that's kind of important for me to give you the facts, then you can make the judgment yourself. Of course, let's look at the VSA 360 in here, our plugin. And previously, we were talking about the down bar, right? So previously, when the market was, earlier on 31st of January, right until 31st or 30, I think 29, right? 29 of March, then it started to turn green pentagon. So there was almost a 38 bars down. So let's now focus on the green pentagon or the blue trend zone that you see here. This is the blue trend zone. Last time we have the blue trend zone in here was 29th of December, and we had about 18 bars only, right? That means the market is kind of bearish. We were saying that, hey Martin, why do we have more down bars than up bars? This is usually the case is when we see this market is not the kind of bullishness that we've seen. And also we do have the era of inflation and also the continuation war that we've seen in Russia and Ukraine. That is also providing the kind of background that we see this market's not picking up as it is. But right now we have to start counting. Okay, so how many bars? We're already up, ladies and gentlemen. Look up, there is number 3 bars. And for those of you who want this feature in here, you want to check out our VSA 360 dashboard, one of our premium member subscription in here that can get you up to this. But if not, you can just follow it every week that I have in here. So railway tracks is starting to cross up right now in here, and that's, to me, it's pretty good. So market been up since the green pentagon 0.9%. Is that something that we keep track of it in here? And of course, this is what we are talking about, is the 200-day moving average in here. And that's the one that I do think another 30 points going up is possible soon in here. So let's look at the hot sectors, which is one of the features that we have on SmartRobie in here. So you can check it out, hit it here over, and look at hot sectors and what's trending today. Actually, what's trending from last Friday here. So hit it one more time, being the market's not there. So the idea from the trade hot sectors is that we have 5 of the top hot sectors in here. Healthcare has been around even last week. Utility, property, and technology. The first thing that really caught my eye is technology, right? Again, from kickoff from where we have last talk that we did last Wednesday in here is the technology stocks where we talk about in here. So that's something you want to be paying attention in here. Looking at the number 1 sectors already, Sudah Jalan, which we have seen Kosan and Top Glove, which initially when they started to move, I think from green pentagon is almost 21%. For Hatta, Kosan was about that 20% in here. So again, some of those stocks like the technology is going to give that double-digit return. Right now, if you pick it up a bit earlier in here, who knows? But let's take a look at them too. Now, on the 27th of March, we were talking about utility, right? That was utility. Let's take a look at some of the utility early on in MRFC last week. So you can just count back here. We are somewhere around here. And of course, right now, a lot of market has turned green pentagon. So this is why the market has moved up. But do take note, utility, again, is not one of those fast-growing sectors, but the dividend is good. And check out Mega First Corporation Holding. These are some of the very good high ratings for SmartRobie, and you want to be putting this. And of course, Tenaga, after the green pentagon, we were somewhere around here. Red pentagon came out. Unfortunately, red pentagon came out and the market turned in, but it didn't hit the ATR stop loss in here. So this is something, if you are trading the Tenaga stocks, so this is where you want to be exiting rather than holding up this level. So take note of this one here, right? And of course, let's take a look this week. I like number 4. So if you look on the left-hand side of the chart here, number 4 items is technology. So let's hit in technology. And you can see this is the same list that you see on the top here. And those of you who are using the SmartRobie app can also take a look at. We have DNO, we have Syngene, we have Penta. Now, for me, I prefer the large cap stocks because technology, you want to have some sort of liquidity. It's not one of those stocks that you like trade it like a penny stocks, right? Penta, Infotech is a small cap stock, so I'll tend to want Inari, right? Just turned green pentagon in here again. Going back to last Wednesday, talk in here, some of those stock front can also turn green pentagon in here. And if you follow on, a lot of our talks is actually continuation from where we left off in here. So these are pretty good. So in here, and of course, some of those for you who really like the technology and as well as the good dividend payment was our FA collection, 27th of March, VStack and Uchitech. All right, now VStack and Uchitech, going back to something we review on the 27th, you can see this on the 27th at 134. Okay, you can also check it out. The dividend's pretty good, right? This is one of the old company, which is called, I can't remember the old name. They are actually based off and they do a lot of computers and also now going into the cloud computing. So 134. And this week is 137. Okay, so again, paying dividends starting to move up, so that's a very nice up move gesture in here. Again, how you want to get this, for those who are using SmartRobie, you can type VStack, hit that button here, right, and then you just need to rotate and you probably get the same chart that I do, right? VStack, so you go over to stock chart, stock command, right, hit that one, and then the market comes up here and you just do this rotation, right, and you can see on the screen itself it actually rotated sideways in here, but that's how you want to do it. If not, you can always switch back to the portrait mode and switch to 1 month. You can see the market continued to push up in here. All right, the next stock we were looking was Uchitech. Fundamentals pretty good, and you can see Uchitech again, the resistance we see at 330 here, right, and fast forward to today, it's gone up to 3. Let me just go back to the chart before that. Let me just try out my okay, now this one goes back here, so you can see previously was 320 and now 324, so not bad, right? It's gone up not much. Again, this is one of those very safe for beginner, the Robie FA stocks in here. Make sure you have we'll learn more about those companies in here, why these are very good company, Uchitech. Okay, and of course, you can also subscribe to a free daily newsletter where every week we will sort of send out some of these ideas that we have for our Robie FA list in here. Now, of course, let's take a look at this week, the 3rd of April. All right, what kind of stocks we'll be looking at? And definitely we have Cycom. And as a matter of fact, Cycom was one of the exhibitor in the PJ startup. We actually went over there and had a chat with them. They were kind of interesting to know that. And do you know that Cycom has a rating of 6 out of 8? That's pretty good too, right? And Kim Long is another plantation player in here. Definitely want to look at that. So let's take a look at the first one. Cycom just turned green pentagon actually on Friday again, right? And so hit that one, Cycom. All right, let's take a look at the ratings, stock fundamentals. And definitely you can see from the chart here, it's rated out with 6 with a PE of 11 times, ROE of 28, DIY dividend of 6% in here. So that's pretty good in here. And with the target price of 15.5%, 15.5% times PE, giving it a 146. So Cycom, you can see from the chart here, is only $1. So that's a really another 35% upside, right? If you believe in the projection of the PE that you've seen in here. So that looks pretty good in here for the first one, Cycom. And the next one is KM Long, also turned green pentagon on last Thursday. This is a plantation play. Let's take a look at Kim Long here. And stock chart, stock comment. Again, you want to be flipping the chart here. This is the chart that turns. So we want to go on to the FA, stock fundamental for Kim Long. And again, you can see PE of 10 times, ROE of 19 times, dividend of 8. So that's a pretty good move. The question is how much and how high can it go? All right. Here you have the PE of 15.5 times. Definitely it is undervalued right now because partly you can see the sector average is only 12 times and it's only almost close to about 11. So it's slightly undervalued in here. Intrinsic value calculated at the 10% discount is $327. That's pretty high actually. But I think the first one is $2.60 will be the PE 15.5 times in here. If it does go back 15.5 times, which I don't think valuation for the plantation sector fetch that well over here. Fundamentals pretty good, right? Now let's take a look at this week. Again, the hot sector, something that I really like is the technology sector. So those of you having it in here, just check out the technology. Some of those already turned green pentagon, you know what to do. And of course, next Monday, we'll come back and look at them again to see how well they fare for you, like what we did previously for MSC. Not all of these stocks that you see up here will do so. It's pretty important for you to able to read your chart well. All right, you read your chart well in here. So we come to our end of our breakfast show. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your, to those of you especially who came on last Saturday, right, and supported us. We would like to wish a thank you note here. So the KLSE has rebounded to a stage 2 markup right now, very immediately actually. After the Thursday move, the market started push up and it's been down for almost 37, 38 bars in here. And we were looking to see a rebound and finally it came, right? Remember, we are not here to predict, but we are looking at the probability of the market turning in here. Of course, beginners use the Robie FA list while learning and collecting dividends, and shorter terms for those of you who are advanced is the SA stage 2 intraday shares that will give you an edge in here. And don't forget also our premium membership, which our VSA package in here. And you can don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel in here. And thank you for coming. And if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, let me know. I'm happy to look at them right now in here. And of course, we have a lot of generally good supporters in here. And I'll be happy if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, just pencil those in them. I'll be great to be looking at them right now. If not, thank you for coming. And do join me on Wednesday night for another live Facebook talk, all right, on the stock market here. Thank you and good morning.